record button. There we go. All right, we are recording. Welcome to the NBL 2022 draft order selection. We are going to go ahead and get started soon. I'm going to share my screen, and it is 7:03 p.m. on Sunday, August the 14th, 2022. And I'm first joined by Dave Denton, double D. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here to share how we're going to do this. Very similar to what we did last year, very interactive, but in this particular case, unless anyone else shows up, it'll pretty much be Dave making all the selections. Okay, so let me share the screen. Let me find it. Here it is right here. Okay, Dave, let me know if you can see my screen.
Let me see. It said something what did I need to do? Oh, to make a bigger view. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Not all at once, but yeah, I can see it.
Okay, we'll make sure. Okay, I'll keep an eye to see if anyone else joins us. So let me just go ahead and do some house cleaning here. Oops. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm just gonna walk you through this so that everyone knows. It's gonna be interactive just like last year. So anyone joining this video conference, excluding myself, will be the one that's actually selecting the teams in random order, anonymously, I guess, for lack of a better word. And the way it's going to work is that the first team selected in this draft order selection will actually be the team that's going to pick 16th in the actual draft. The second team will be the 15th pick, and so forth and so on. And eventually, the 16th team that is selected tonight will actually be the first overall selection in the draft later this month. And so what I have here, well, let me take a pause here and ask if there's any questions. Okay. So what we have here is the rest of the thing is that, so I've got column title. So I've got a column title, and what we're gonna do is, in this particular case, Dave is gonna give me a column title. Let me do this. Work in progress here. So it's gonna give me a letter, and so if the first letter that he picks, let's say for example, he selects letter F. So letter F, what I'm gonna do is that there is a hidden team in each of these in row 21, and I'm gonna move them in the selection that he picks. First live draft result. Here we go. So let me just do this real quick.
Are you gonna put it down 16 back to 1, or are you just gonna put under 1 is gonna be the 16th pick?
Yeah, so for example, if let's as an example, if the first letter that you select is F or G or whatever, I'm gonna move that team to 16. They're gonna pick 16th overall in the draft. Does that make sense? And then we're gonna work backwards towards the front.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, with no further ado, Dave, you're gonna tell me a letter, and the first letter is gonna go into slot number 16.
All right. I'm just curious. Do you know what's hidden underneath each letter?
I do, because someone had to put it in.
Oh, okay. How would you have done this if no one showed up?
That's a great question. I talked to Ray about that. I would just probably use a randomizer, but in the event that someone shows up, it makes it a little bit more fun, interactive. I could always do a randomizer, but I'm not going to do that.
Okay. We'll go with A. See what's under A.
A? Okay, so give me a second here. So
Serena's going to help pick 2.
That's totally fine.
So Serena's here as well. You're going to help us pick, Serena.
Okay, let me just do this. Okay, and then let me just do this really quickly, unless someone shows up. I thought El Nell said he was going to show up. Let me just do this. Cancel.
Banana.
I'm a banana.
Banana.
You're an apple.
Banana. Banana. Let me get this is cuckoo.
Okay, my computer's dragging a little bit, but we should be getting to it. Okay. Next letter, please. We'll go into slot 15.
Oh, we don't get to see until later?
Oh, you want to see it now? We can do it either
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm very
Okay,
curious.
let's do this. Let me just do this really quickly so I know that they've been selected. That means they've been selected already. Okay, here we go. Unveiling. Here we go. And the 16th pick overall goes to SF Primetime. And just to prove that I'm not cheating here, there you go.
All right. All right, Serena. You get to pick the next letter. B through P.
P.
Which letter do you want to pick?
Yeah.
You don't want to pick a letter? Go ahead, pick one.
Any letter.
Anyone. Any letter. Let's pick a letter. Do you want L? M?
No.
All right. I think she wants N. So we're gonna go with N.
N as in Nancy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, N as in Nancy.
If there was S, it would be easier because S is for Serena. She would pick S, but
It would make things easier. Maybe next year I'll work backwards. Okay, and the 15th pick goes to Latin Love Game. Is it? What's his name?
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Latin.
I messed up. It's this. That would make more sense. And I will unveil N. And N is, there we go. And then let me just correct my typing error here. Who is, someone's texting me. Oh, that's Haromi. Okay. Okay, got it. All right, so now we are off to pick number 14.
All right. Let's see here. Hold on a second. I'm gonna use I'm gonna use a letter random generator that I just saw in here. Here we go, and generate a random letter. All right, we're gonna go with P.
P. Okay, copy. Okay. And this was selection number 3 by Double D and his daughter. P as in Paul, and the unveiling is Power of One, head. And
All right.
just to open it up, why not? There it is. Man, he hasn't messed up yet.
Next one, next letter that came up is B as in boy.
B as in boy will be number 4th pick overall, 4th pick selected. And we're gonna go here to number 13. And we will unveil. It is forked. And just to make sure we're on the up and up. There you go so far. So you're still in the race, Dave.
All right. I asked for 16 letters and it's going through the entire alphabet. Okay, here we go. F.
F as in Frank.
Yes.
Okay, F as in Frank. And that is selection number 5, which falls into the 12th spot in the draft on August 27th.
And we already know who your number 1 pick is, Manny.
Well, you know more than I do. Catching Kelsey.
Oh, okay, that's Reeve, right? I think
That's
Reeves.
Reed. Yeah,
Yeah.
Reed. He'll probably change his name this year again, but we'll see. Okay,
You're,
for the 11th pick overall.
yeah, here we go. Yeah. We're going with I.
I is selection number 6. We're gonna copy, drop it in here, and do the unveiling. Got too many programs open. Sorry, I didn't reboot my computer, so it's faster. Oh, lazy but talented. I did the wrong color. There we go. So Ray, I think Ray's gonna like that pick. Ray, I think, likes to pick from the back 8, back 9, back 8, back 8. Ideally for me, I'd love to get one of these next 2 spots as well. I don't want to be too much in the front. Come on, Dave. Lucky Dave. Roll the dice, Dave.
There we go. All right. We're going with O.
Oh. Copy that. And then that is selection number 7. In the unveiling, we have Mall Cop, defending champion, Mall Cop.
We know your pick's going to be Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm gonna follow that up with a brilliant pick in Russell Gage.
You should do that. There we go. Next one is K.
K is selection number 8. Boom. Copy. And the 9th pick overall belongs to Mind Meld. Dang. Not liking where I'm gonna pick. Okay, unless, yeah, not liking it.
All right. Next one. Looks like L is next.
Well, oops, sorry. There we go. Copy that. Drop it into the 8th slot overall. And the unveiling. This belongs to G-Force. So right here should match up. Should match up. There we go. Good. Okay, you and I officially are in the top 7, I guess, somewhere.
Oh, let's see here. I already have that. This randomizer is not very good because it generates the same letters sometimes. I'm just like, Actually, we already did that one.
You got C.
All right, here we go. G.
G. So that is selection number 10 overall. Mark that as done. Copy it. Drop it into the 7th spot overall. And unveiling the number 7th pick overall belongs to Quarantine. Still got a chance, Dave.
All right, let's see here. J's next.
J. Okay. Copy, and it's selection 11th overall by Double D. Drop it into the 6th spot. And this will belong to OJ's Jury, Danny Boy. Okay.
I think he tends to be in the top 5, doesn't he?
Well, doesn't help
I think
him.
so.
But
No, he had a pretty good team last year. Let's see. Oh, H.
Okay. Let me see here. Stay focused. This was 12 pick overall from Dave, and it falls into the 5th draft pick. And that pick belongs to Bad Doggies. Okay. We're down to the top 4 picks. What does the randomizer say?
All right.
And we're broadcasting live from the home of the NFL champion Los Angeles Rams at SoFi Stadium, atop SoFi Stadium.
Well, we're finally at C, and Manny, just so nobody gets any odd ideas. Do you need to type in the team names first, or can you just go straight to the unveiling?
I can do either one, doesn't matter. So
Yeah, just do that. Yeah, go to C.
C?
Just
Okay.
Yeah, just hit C. Just unveil it.
Sure.
Without typing in like any.
Yeah.
Tyler Rage. There we go.
Hold on.
Number 4.
You're bigger than life, so let me expand your thing. So that was selection number 13, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And now you are now off the board. And just to be clear, your name should show up here as well. There you go.
All right. Let's see.
We're down to the top 3 losers, depending on how you look at it.
Well, now. All right, Manny. Let's go. Let's see here. We'll go with M for Manny.
Okay. So I will just unveil. And there you go. That was the 14th pick overall, 14th selection, but
You're number 3.
I'm number.
All right. So who's left to fight over the number 1 pick?
Let's take a look. Okay, yeah, with the last 2, let's take a look at who's left. Let me just do this real quick for house. Okay, here we go. So you've got L&L, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
And you got West Coast Bias, if I'm not mistaken.
All right. Well, I was curious if I went with D.
So D is going to be number. Is that
We're
your
gonna go with D.
final choice?
That is final choice, D.
15 and 16. And they are both off the board. And I will unveil this one first, which is D. And the second pick overall belongs to L&L, which means the first pick overall in this year's draft belongs to the West Coast Bias.
Wow. Congrats.
There it is. Fill in the gaps here. Give me a second. Come on. Computer's super slow. And just to make it official on the board so everyone can see it when they can view the recording. And let me save this. And there it is. So to summarize, when we have the live draft later this month on August 27th, if I'm not mistaken, the order of draft will be as follows. First pick overall goes to the Press, Tim Bias with the West Coast Bias. Michael Aiken, Lucky Nicky Louie's team, L&L, will be picking second. Third will be Evil Empire, yours truly. Fourth, Double D. What are you now, Double D? 3-time champion or something like that? 2-time champion?
3 or so. I have to double check.
I don't know how many times your name appears on the trophy. And then the 5th pick goes to Bad Doggies. 6th pick goes to Danny Boy, OJ's Jury. Dr. Patrick Lee at number 7 with Quarantine. My brother-in-law Alvin, G-Force, picks 8th overall. Brent and Miguel, also known as Mind Meld, picks 9th overall. with the 10th pick in last year's Super Bowl champion, Mall Cop, the coach. And then picking 11th overall, Lazy but Talented. And then going to the 12th pick will be Reeve at catching Kelsey. And the 13th pick goes to the Chef, Forked. 14th overall goes to Ryan with Power of One Head. The 15th pick goes to Alexis, Latin Lover Game. And last but not least, Andrew with the 16th pick overall with SF Primetime. That concludes our draft order selection meeting. Dave, any comments? Any thoughts?
You know, I thought strategically the M and the N should have flipped. That's all. They should have changed in the alphabet. While the A and the C, you know, they had some serious issues there. But you know, that's how it goes in these things.
Yeah. Do you know? So I'll give you. So I'll clue you guys in this year. Obviously, it's gonna change next year. But tidbit: how were the names placed in order? You know, row 21. With the exception of myself, where I just randomly put myself somewhere, everyone else was entered based on their confirmation of returning to the league this year. That's how I did it.
Oh,
So
so whoever was first got to be A, second. That's how it was.
that's how it was. That's how I did it this year.
Interesting.
Yeah. So with the exception of me, obviously I was the first one to confirm, but I didn't want to put myself as the first one, so I just picked a random number. Which, by the way, there is some sort of what do they call it? What do they call it when some to my a process to my madness, for lack of a better word, being Evil Empire and number 13 being an unlucky number. So that's kind of how I place myself. I'm the 13th number in the alphabet.
That's funny.
I do not do anything randomly. Okay, there's always a reason of how I do things. Power of one. Ryan was the last one to confirm that he's coming back. And just to reiterate something that's never happened for the first 15 seasons of this league, and the other leagues that I've been part of over 20 plus years, probably 25 years or so. This is the first time in any league that I've been involved in that we are returning all 16 owners from the year before.
Yep.
So hopefully that is a good sign that we will continue that trend and that we have stabilized as a league. I think everyone enjoys playing with each other. I mean, there's always going to be drama. This is fantasy football, but overall, I think we got a good group of people here. And so let's carry that momentum through. And yeah, it'll be great. Season 16. Unbelievable. Who knew that we would be at season 16? I thought that, there's been so many turmoil and changes throughout the years with some of the, like the original people being gone, and we've just kind of kept this thing going. So this is great.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. Well, cool, man.
So now I know who you're gonna pick, Dave.
Who am I going to pick?
You're gonna pick that guy.
Which guy?
You're gonna pick him.
Oh,
He comes back to form.
coming back to form?
Yeah.
Who's the guy you think I'm picking? Let's hear it.
I think you're gonna pick Ezekiel.
No. Trust me, whoever wants Zeke, if he's there, what am I picking? I am not picking Pete. I'm not picking Zeke.
Well, I will tell you, it's gonna be a running back. That's who I think you're gonna get. So it's either gonna be easy.
Well, as we were talking, I'm on this mock draft simulator, just kind of playing around on it.
Yeah.
Seeing what I would do. But yeah, we'll see. I actually have done almost no prep. I started last night with for my firm league, 2 mock drafts. I haven't done, literally as we were sitting here, I've just done round 3 for mock of ours.
Okay, there you go.
Just playing around with it.
Yeah, fourth pick overall in no particular order. Easy, Cook, Henry, Jonathan, CMC, or Najee. I know you. You can pick running back.
Maybe. I mean, I might shock the world. I mean, there's some really good wide receivers. It's Cooper Cup.
Yeah, for those who, for Dave and also anyone who views this later on, kind of prelude to the live draft. There's been some questions, follow-up questions that I haven't responded to in email yet. I will get to it official in email, but making an announcement here about the question: will the prior division winners select the teams that'll be in their division again this year? And the answer is absolutely. We're going to go ahead and do that. But just to clarify, the division winners from last year will select the three other teams that's going to be in their division before we make any draft selections. Someone thought that it was after. No, you're not going to know what their roster looks like. So you can only go off of owner tendencies or whatnot, or people who you want to play with twice a year, I guess. And that's it.
That'll be cool. All right. Well, did you have fun at the party, Manny?
I had a great time, and I'm getting ready, Dave. I will be sharing some spectacular moments with the rest of the league, and I will loop certain things.
Uh-oh.
You and Palmbar had a great time. Don't worry, nothing embarrassing.
How come you didn't boogie out into the dance floor, bro?
Well, isn't it obvious? I don't dance.
Everybody dances.
It's either I don't dance or I wasn't drunk enough. So there you go. And I think it
was an open bar.
Yeah, I was a good boy. I had one glass of red to go with my my meat, my steak. And after that it was lemonade. I was drinking lemonade, and then I drank coffee at the end to make sure I stay awake on the drive home.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a family party. I was trying to be good. So
yeah, no, I know. All right.
But it was good.
Well,
it was one of the better parties that I've been to be honest with you. You did a really outstanding job. It's like, yeah, I've never been to a party like that. So in a good way. I mean it in a good way. So
thank you. I'm just curious. Like, what do you think sort of made it a little different?
To be honest, actually going around the table, taking the time to acknowledge each and every one, that you thought, I guess, made some sort of impact in your life at one point or another. It gets so overwhelming. I've thrown a tremendous amount of parties, to be honest with you, and I always, at the end of the party, my wife and I always say, I wish we had more time to speak with each person that was at our party. I feel that we maybe didn't spend enough time, or some people feel neglected, and I kind of felt that I didn't feel that way. I did not feel that way at all.
That's good. Yeah, I did. That dawned on me to just do something like that when I was thinking, I just didn't want to. I didn't want to party. It's just, hey, let's talk about Dave's a great guy or something. I'm just like, okay, let's do something a little different.
Yeah.
That was sort of my thought. It's funny you mentioned the time thing. I was like, because I literally felt, boy, I couldn't help myself. I had a dance floor for 2.5 hours. I had to go use it for as much as possible.
Yeah.
But I was like, it'd been really great, even though the number of people that could go would be significantly reduced. But let's just say we were able to pull it off with all the same people.
Yeah.
And if I had the money, it'd be like we all fly out to like Hawaii, right? We have the party, but then we have the rest of the time where people are kind of hanging out at the pool or doing whatever, where I can kind of then sit down and chat with everybody, for a period of time. So that would be the only thing I would have, if I could have added, would be something ridiculously expensive as that.
Hey, you know what? If you think it can happen, so maybe like year 75 or something like that. We don't want to be too old where we can't. We can't.
I don't know, man. I don't. It's a lot of work doing those things. That literally was. I think that was probably the first birthday party I ever was like, hey, let's throw one.
Yeah.
Birthday party for me. Before it's that was like my, mom would be like, "Hey, this for your birthday party."
Yeah.
So that was like literally the first and likely the only one.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. The other thing I do want to mention, I haven't had a chance to speak to you at length, that I thought was, I mean, the whole thing was great experience overall. The other thing that I'll share with you, because we can laugh this way, but before I share the humor part, um, I thought Reeves' wife, I'm sorry, I don't know her name, but Reeves' wife, I thought her content was awesome. I thought I was scanning the room, and I thought everyone in the room at least one content, if not more, they can relate to it. They like, I thought it was perfect. I thought it was great. For
Yeah.
me, it was the whole fantasy football thing. That was me and Dave Pombar, Godfather, was sitting, and we are just cracking up. So yeah.
Yeah. No, that was
She did a great job.
excuse me, that was great. Yeah, that was great. I thought she did a great job.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad. Sorry, Reeve, we didn't get a chance to see you at the party. I know circumstance you couldn't come, so maybe hopefully we'll see you. Well, actually, it might not be live. I think he responded. He'll be remote for the live draft, but good to see him regardless. It'll be great to see everyone back, and hopefully, uh, I'm preaching to the choir here in Dave. Hopefully this year, especially with hopefully the COVID cases are under control for the most part, and that there will be actually more opportunities for a lot more of us to meet in person. I know that Dave and I have pretty much been, for lack of a better word, the catalyst in doing that. I wish that we can get a couple more people, at least in the LA area, to come on out at least once, and I think that would be great, because we used to do that a long time ago. I'd love to get back to doing that, if not at least once a year, right? Hopefully that's not too much of a commitment for everybody.
Yeah, I agree. That would be great. So yeah.
Oh, and Dave, if you're available, I'll figure out my calendar and sync up with your calendar between now and before the draft. Hopefully, if either we can meet for lunch or whatever, or maybe I can come by the house to pick up the trophy. I got to get that prep for Mr. Mall Cop.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So
Sitting right here.
I'll sync up with you.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Let's meet up, man. Yeah. That sounds good.
Okay. I'm good on my side. Any parting words, Dave? Wisdom?
Don't take any wooden nickels.
Or Canadian nickels either.
And just remember, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. Okay. I will. If I decide to leave early in the 15th round, you guys can pick Deshaun Watson for me. How's that?
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.
All right. Bye.
You went deep,